Okay, here we are on the way home from the TESOL conference in Waterloo. Now, this is all the way in Kitchener already. Way too far to come and make a video all the way from Waterloo. I wanted to, but you know, it was just too long a drive. So I thought the next stoplight I will start. So I'm hopeful that we can stay upright. Hopeful I stuck you, but you know, who knows. Anyway, it was a really neat conference because, hey, woo, I won something. And I won something pretty valuable. I won an almost $200 membership to my association. So this year's membership has been wiped off board for me. I get a free membership this year. Cool, eh? You get raffle tickets when you come into the conference, and you tuck it away in your pocket and you think nothing more of it, and then they start after the end of the lunch, they start calling the numbers and calling the numbers and calling the numbers. And they go by and you don't get called, so you go, oh, no books for me and no this for me and no nothing. I thought, oh well, this is another year I don't win anything. The very last number, she says, now for the grand prize TESOL membership, and she read my number. Woo! That was worth the wait. I would say that was really worth the wait. So not only do I get paid for coming to this conference, I will also get paid for my gas for the drive. My membership for this year is paid for. My husband will be happy. It was interesting. I learned some stuff. I took away some information, so that's always the reason for these things, so that you can not only talk to other people, but also learn things. So I went to 2 workshops and got some information and got my membership and saw some people that I haven't seen in a long time. So that was very cool. I was very impressed. This was a workshop, a PD, an annual, it was the annual general meeting, right? And the lunch was excellent. Renison has the best kitchen. My goodness. When we have this AGM at Conestoga College, it just does not meet these standards. Wow. Their kitchen is amazing. So yeah, so this is at the University of Waterloo, Renison College. They are the college at the university that has all the language, or specialized language, especially for second language learners. Did I ever take anything myself at Renison when I was going to university at Waterloo? I took, no, I don't think so. No, yes I did. I took a religion course. It was one that disappointed me. I don't remember what it was exactly. I think it was on cults and sects and things like that. And somehow I thought it was going to be something very different, so I was somewhat disappointed. Yeah, that was the only time I actually took a course at Renison College. Yes, I went over this bridge this morning and landed in a major hole. So if you fall over, it'll be on this bridge because it's pretty bumpy. No, that's good. They paved over the thing that I fell into this morning. Okay, well that's nice. Wish you could have done it earlier. Did not appreciate the bump. Yeah, so I'm on my way home now. So, you know, working in Kitchener is at least a half an hour's drive from my place. So one of the people that I met at the meeting was a former fellow student of mine, Helen. And she said, won't it be exciting? We could be working together finally. You know? And I thought, yeah, that might be exciting, but I'd rather not. Helen, she at the moment is working with Nancy, and she heard all the horror stories about Nancy, so she had sympathy. She says, well, you know, she's sort of working out, but she, as Helen says, exaggerates, because Nancy makes all kinds of amazing claims. They are not the truth. Like the long hours she works. Yeah. She's never there as early as she says, and she's never there as late as she says. But other than that, she seems to be keeping the peace. So that's all right. Good for Nancy. Maybe she's finally learned how to work with people, because she did not know how to work with people when she was in Cambridge. She must be happier, which could be part of the problem. She didn't like what she was doing anymore, and now she does. So that could be it. Bus is going to the... Oh, really? You could have taken your turn, sweetie pie? Oh, no, you couldn't have. Okay. This is a charitable research reserve on the left here, and we actually went there on a field trip last year. We walked and walked and walked. And this bus ahead of me is going into this site, and I guess because someone was coming out, they couldn't go in. I think somebody's having their wedding here. Could be. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I could be home. Really? Alright, can we make the turn? No? Really? Nobody's moving. Nobody took advantage of that. Really? People will slow down for you, you know? Don't be afraid. Nobody's going to hit you on purpose. Yeah, so, oh, I'm just so ecstatic that I got my membership paid for, which is a very valuable prize, and I'm so happy, and my husband is going to be happy, and I'm excited to tell him about it. Woo! I used to drive home on this road too. I used to work in downtown Kitchener, and This was my road home. It wasn't as nice then. They have certainly fixed it up, especially the end that is closer into town. That was horrible. All the edges of the road were crumbling, and it was just not a nice drive home at night, because I worked in the evening, and it was not a nice drive home at night. Let me tell you, much nicer now. Oh yeah. Make up your mind. So this is part of the area that I used to bike. To the left there. A wonderful bike area. You do a little bit of walking down there, closer to town, but I bike a lot of this. Fantastic. You can bike all the way around Cambridge. Hours and hours worth of biking. Which I'm hoping to maybe get back into this summer. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Condos to the left here, expensive condos overlooking the river, which you can't see. I don't know how much of this you can hear. I've got the windows open. It's gorgeous weather. I try never to use air conditioning if at all possible. So when it's weather like this, I open all the windows an inch or two, except for the driver's window, and just let it air condition naturally, and it's beautiful. That's my favorite type of air conditioning. There's a baseball tournament going on to the right here. There's a bump in the road right there, which I know about because I used to come home here every night. Baseball tournament. I don't think you saw that. I wasn't looking to see if you could see that. I couldn't tell. I'm driving. Alrighty. You gonna zoom through here? No, we got a yellow. Okay, so now we're in town. I'm not going to be passing the church because that's one street over. So if I were to turn left here and right at the next street, that would be the church. So we're only a few minutes away from my house. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bingo. All of our lights these days have countdowns. So you know when the light's going to change, roughly. Within a few seconds. To the right is where my Pidorthist is. People who do my inserts. Just past them. There's the library. You go ahead. See, there's the fountain. Elmore Drive. Maybe you remember it. Oh, true, the sky isn't showing. Ha! I've usually lost you by now.